Greetings from Zanzibar. This is Di Matteo Zani from Huru FM and Kukai Moto Culture Center. I'm in Zanzibar, and today we have a dialogue interview with Mr. Robbie and Mr. Said. As you can see them on the table, we're going to talk about some little things about some kind of their projects, about Zanzibar and some stuffs. Mr. Robbie.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Quite an honor to be here with you today.
Nice. Mr. Said.
Now,
How are you, Daddy?
I'm very great.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, can I get Mr. Robbie?
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes.
People they want to hear from you. Who is Mr. Robbie? Who is Mr. Said?
Yes.
It would be my pleasure. Thank you. My name is Robert Ryan Holmes, and I have been involved with music for a good percentage of my life, probably over 20 years. My first chapters of life were producing music, bringing people together, and using the vehicle of music as an opportunity to strengthen our communities. And so the first chapters of my life were brought within this space, which was actually where Sadie and I met, was in Hawaii, off in the Pacific Ocean, off the coast of America. And it was a great honor to be able to do these things. And now I've come back to Tanzania, and we are continuing a project here under the name of Hangaya.
Okay.
And we are going to be bringing an infrastructure project here to Zanzibar, which will be taking trash and turning it into electricity and fuel, and all in a carbon negative way.
25 years
Yes.
in the music as a music producer.
Yes.
Tell me, how was the experience? Some challenge, you know?
I can tell you both, actually,
Yeah.
because everything that stands for goodness also comes with challenge, because this is how it refines our vision and refines our strength. And when we go through those challenges, those opportunities for growth, then we are able to see with a new pair of eyes. When I was in Hawaii producing music, there were many ups and downs, you know, being the person that was, organizing all of the events, also funding the projects, bringing different investors together. I had to deal with a lot of different variables, but the challenge was not as great as the outcome of being able to see what kind of benefit that it had for our communities.
Okay, Mr. Said.
Okay.
Just tell me about yourself.
I am an artist.
Okay.
I am a drum player. I can play drum. I can play many local instruments from local Tanzania. And I've been traveling the world.
Nice.
And then I meet Mr. Robbie, and I learn a lot all over the world. And I become Nyabingi because the place I was in Hawaii, not sure, I moved very close to the church, Nyabingi Church.
Okay.
So that was my community. We have international people from Japan, from Brazil, from everywhere. A very small church. And we were learning there about peace, love, and harmony, and how to live together. So that, it shifted me from the music I used to play in Africa. With the guitar, we go bar and drinking. With this, how we make those days before record. But then when I go Hawaii in this church and study about Rastafari more, that time I had dread. But I didn't know what was that. It was already preparation. Jah prepare me.
Yeah, you know.
It said Jah prepare a table before presence of my enemy in the Bible. So it moved me to see, wow, I was prepared a long time to know my roots.
Yes.
So I go straight to the church, and I've been chosen with the pastor there to be musical director of the church. So it sit on me, so everywhere I go now in my car, I have an Nyabingi drum.
Yeah, nice.
Anytime I can
In
pull,
the bag.
Yeah, in the bag, in the car. Anytime I can pull out in the street, pull
jam.
out of the market and jump. All of a sudden you see so many people and all we are happy, it makes my heart Wow.
Uh,
Yeah.
Living in Nyayabing lifestyle, what is the special experience you can tell to the people they can understand about Nyayabing?
Yes, Nyabingi is a meditation drum that is like prayer, like there's yoga, if you know something they call yoga. So Nyabingi is a meditation, which is the form, the kind way I like it to see is harmony.
Yeah.
So it's a meditation. Anybody can play the drum. It look hard, but it's not, because it's just to meditation, to know, to connect with the. If you play
That's
3
right.
or 4 people in the beat of, like, for example, ta, ta, ta. So all of you can do together ta, ta, and stay there for a long time. That is a meditation to show like we are together. But if you think anything, you find one ta or delay. So it's kind of teaching slowly to go bum, pa, bum, pa, bum, pa, and all we follow that. So we can do that if 3 people, 6 people, 9 people. We can do even 100 people, whatever many people we can do. If we think we are here, we take out all thinking, all trouble we put back, but we sit here as a family with a one beat. Very easy. So that will make you breathe in, breathe out. It makes Nyabing is very special drum music of Rastafari. More than I can say, I cannot say more than, but because there's so many drum difficult. You cannot play for one day. You need a lot of training.
More time to learn.
Yeah.
Mr. Robert.
Yes.
Let's talk about music first.
Yes, please.
Being a producer.
Yes.
Can you mention like 5 tracks or some albums you produced?
Most of my producing was done with live music.
Okay.
So producing events and bringing all of the different variables together that it takes to be able to produce an event. So most of my experience has been in the live music production.
Okay.
In my past life is what I like to say.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but now if somebody want to do some music project with you, do you have that time?
At the moment I don't have the time. I'm always willing to counsel with people and share ideas and help with the inspiration process. But right now I have to keep my focus in where I'm at with the goodness projects that we're bringing here to Zanzibar.
Okay.
Yes.
Coming to Tanzania, how was the inspiration for
Yes.
you? Coming to work in Zanzibar?
Yeah, well, the first the inspiration was my brother Saidi. And back in 2015, I reached out to him. I did something quite different than most people. I walked away from all of life. After producing music, after running multiple businesses, I walked away from everything.
Okay.
And I went and lived by myself in the forest for 7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
In the forest?
Yes. And I walked away from everything, and at the end of that first year, I started thinking of Sadie. And I told him, that I had lived in the forest, deep in the bush by myself. And he said, well, Jaja, come to Zanzibar, come visit us.
Bush life.
Yes, yes. So I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's talk about Hangaya.
Yes,
project.
please.
Hangaya company.
Yes, please.
Tell us.
Great. Well, Hangaya, first and foremost, the name Hangaya means shining star or chief of chiefs.
Yes.
So as we know, our great president, Mama Samia, she was crowned Hangaya, chief of chiefs, because of the wonderful things that she is doing here for Tanzania.
True.
And she is someone who touched my heart very, very closely back in 2015. I was here, I came, one of her brothers had passed away. So I went to pay my respects to Mama Samia there at her home. And it was a moment where there was angelic energy that was coming through me that touched her heart. All of a sudden, she just started to smile. She says, I want you to come and sit by me. So I sat right next to Mama Samia on this day that was one of her very challenging days because she had just lost one of her siblings. But she kept smiling, and she could feel the mana that was coming through me and touching her heart. And so that was my start of my connection with Mama Samia. So when she was crowned Hangaya, it was a respect that we decided to make this as our great leader and also our great vision of what we're bringing here to Zanzibar.
Tell me the experience, or how did you feel to work along with the president?
When I was here, she was not the president at that time. This was in 2015.
Yeah.
So it was humbling to me, even at that time, because I was amazed that all of a sudden I was now in this situation, surrounded by all of the most powerful people of Zanzibar, and I realized that God works in mystical ways, that there's a purpose and a plan for everything. But the biggest challenge for most humans is getting out of our own way. But I had been able to relinquish that control when I walked away from everything and went and lived deep in the forest by myself. Started to calm everything on the inside and then just do the next right indicated thing. And this is where I was finding myself in these situations like this.
Okay, in Hangaya project,
Yes.
Hangaya company,
Yes.
what kind of project we are dealing with?
Excellent question. Hangaya is a carbon negative pyrolysis plant. So we are bringing an infrastructure plant here to Zanzibar, which will take trash or taka and turn it into diesel fuel and electricity. So we'll be able to generate electricity here on the island and at the same time cleaning up our environment so that we leave a better place for our children and our grandchildren and the future generations to come.
Okay, so you start in Zanzibar, right?
Yes.
Do you have a plan to work all over Tanzania?
We do have a plan.
Okay.
And this is our starting point. This is our home base. This is where we will come from. We also have a full curriculum that will be going into the Open University here of Zanzibar, which will be teaching our students and our future leaders about green technology and planting the seeds that we need to steer Africa in the direction of sustainability.
Okay. What are the challenges you guys face in these projects?
Challenges, I have to say one thing. First and foremost, President Mwini has done an amazing job by selecting really sharp and competent people. Every step of the way that we've been going through this process, we have been blessed. The people have given full support in everything that we are doing and asked, how can we help you succeed? So I have to say that our challenges have been very few just because of the great leadership that we have here in Zanzibar now. So I feel very, very thankful. Everything has aligned in such a really effortless way.
Okay, if maybe there is some companies they want to work with you guys, is there any chance?
Yeah, always. We always look forward to making, Karibu Sana.
Some sponsors?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We always look to work with people because this is a vision that is, looking for 7 generations ahead. So we are just planting the seeds, and Hangaya comes as the shining star to inspire other people to do the same.
So how can you reach you guys on digital platform, maybe?
Yes,
social media?
Yes, you can reach us through hangaya.net, which is our website, and also personal connections through Robert Ryan Holmes at gmail.com is a good way to connect as well.
Okay, back to Mr. Said.
Labek.
You're living in Fumba.
Fumba Town.
Fumba Town.
Yes.
Just tell me a little story about Fumba Town.
Wow, great. Yeah. This is one of the things that Robbie said. Our government is great to see what we should bring in Zanzibar and Tanzania for their people. There's projects that are wonderful. So we have Fumba Town, it's a very nice village that's very good to suit people like me, older, and my kids. Can go around peacefully, we have security. Grey water we use for the plant of the area. It's wonderful, very beautiful.
Grey water?
I mean, like wastewater.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
We have a system there that go back to the plant.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, this is something good. I see. We don't waste water. You go to the plant, and everywhere green and clean, very clean. Actually, if you're in Fumba, you feel like, wow, I'm in Europe or we're here.
Yeah.
So, kids, place to play, small restaurant, very nice. I wanted to come to visit you guys. So Fumba Town, yeah.
Yeah, we come to see.
Yes, and Fumba Town now, I don't know this I'm advertising them or what. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think people they should look Fumba Town.
Fumba Town.
Yeah, they should support this business because good living and good environment for especially older people.
Mr. Roberts.
Yes.
I'm sure you get enough support from the government of Zanzibar.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What's the special message to the president of Zanzibar and Tanzania all over?
That's a great question. There is something very special about Tanzania that I want everyone to remember, is that there is something lined in the hearts of all of the Tanzanian citizens that come with love, they come with joyful expressions, and they share their life openly with one another. And I think that that's such a positive thing to remember about how Tanzania has been blessed, as we are in this time where worldwide there are challenges going on. But here, Tanzania has continued to put one foot in front of another and continued to grow, continued to invest into infrastructure, into projects, so that now Tanzania is going to be in a really great position for the future generations to be able to see.
Yeah, you know, we have this kind of called royal tour.
Yes.
You know, maybe you can tell some other guys from Europe, USA, to come to invest in Tanzania, but they don't know how to make these things happen. And you are here in Zanzibar, Tanzania for more time.
Yes.
So you can tell them.
And that's a really good point. You know, I have a lot of people that reach out to me just because of this, that I understand how to navigate the terrain here. And there's something great about Tanzania is that Tanzania is a very peaceful country. They also have a very good structure to the government, to also the business. All of these, they're very friendly, especially now with the leadership of Mama Samia and President Mwinyi. They're very open to being able to work with other people to invest here. So I have people now constantly contacting me to reach out and wanting to come to Tanzania to invest and to work together with us. And primarily because of all of the hardships that are going on, like in Russia, Ukraine. That's created a huge vacuum, a huge problem for financial means in Europe. The United States is going through its own inflation and own issues there. So a lot of these investors are looking to come to Africa to invest, especially in Tanzania. So the timing right now couldn't be better.
Labe, kitu ambacho ningependa kuambia Watanzania wenzangu ambao wanaishi nje ya hii Tanzania, kujaribu kuangalia mfano kama huu hapa. Wangu mimi niko na family, nimezunguka duniani, uko Marekani, tumewasiliana na watu, nimezunguka sana katika nchi ya watu. Na ningependa kuambia Watanzania wenzangu waliko huko kwamba waione hii dunia sasa hivi kwa pahala gani, kwa pahala pa utata. Yaani mwenye nguvu za kijeshi ndio mwenye nguvu za kumshambulia mwenzake na kutaka kukomba mamali yale. Kuifanya Afrika itakuwa nyang'anyanga msiporudi, ndugu zangu. Kwa mimi naomba nyinyi ndugu zangu ambao mnaishi nje, mkiona mtandao huu, tumianeni, fikirieni mbinu gani turudi Afrika, ni jinsi gani tutaweza kusaidia Tanzania na Afrika kwa jumla, au kwa Kenya, Zimbabwe, wapi. Hebu turudini, tusaidie serikali zetu hizi. serikali zinaongozwa na ndugu zetu, wazee wetu, ni sisi. Usiwe mwoga wa kugonga ofisi kwa kupeleka ushauri, sio mwoga, wanakupokea. Mimi nimeshuhudia sasa hivi wakati hii wa Hangaya, kila ofisi ya serikali inakwenda napokewa kwa mikono miwili, mpaka maji napewa maji man. Tunatulia Nairobi, tunafurahi, tunatoa mawazo mazuri. Kwa nawaomba wote ambao wako nje ya Tanzania warudi, tuje kuungana pamoja, tuache mambo ya siasa na tujenge nchi. Mungu atatufungulia inshallah.
Yes, Mr. Said was trying to advise some other brothers and sisters who are far from Tanzania. It's time to come to Africa to invest in Tanzania, talk with our President Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, Rais Mwinyi from Zanzibar. Yeah, you have to come to invest in Tanzania, right? It's
yes,
time.
absolutely. Time is now.
Brothers, is there any special case for Robert? People, they love to know, to understand. Apart from being a music producer back in the days, CEO of this Hangaya project, other stuffs maybe.
I've done a lot of outreach projects myself. I've been very closely inspired to work with people that have less than I do. And when I first came in 2015, I brought water to a rural village up in Mchikeni. And then when I came back in December, I funded a health clinic in Kiwengwa. So for me, I love to be able to help communities grow and become more sustainable, and also have the basic needs of what they need to be able to move forward. So me in my heart, I'm naturally, I come from a place of wanting to give to others.
Nice. Back to Mr. Said. Apart from being Nyaya being man, Nyaya being elder, meeting with and working with Mr. Roberts.
Yes.
Is there any special program from you? We don't know. And people, they love to understand.
Yes, me, I'm a graphic designer.
Okay.
And screen printing.
Okay. So you're using Adobe Photoshop?
No, freehand.
Freehand.
But I use technology to develop film.
Yeah.
For example, I can take photo of you, I can make black and white, just for photocopy. And I can make 3D color out of that.
Nice.
And making a screen to use a light sensitive.
Nice.
And then I print, I make screen, I print. I can make anything.
Nice.
I mean, my hand, I can make anything actually.
Nice.
I'm so blessed.
Mr. Roberts.
Yes.
I would like to take this chance for you. We are going to close our interview. Tell us about Hangaya again, you know. How people they can find you guys, you know. How you can work with other members. Just tell them.
Great, thank you.
Close.
Thank you first and foremost for this opportunity to be able to speak with you, to your audience, and all the people here in Tanzania and worldwide. But Hangaya, simply said, is shining star. We are the shining star that believes in standing and shining bright over and with everyone together. But what we want to do is we want to inspire other people. We want to inspire other people to believe in their dreams, in their visions, and to keep moving forward towards that. If there's one thing that I learned early on in my life, it's this. There's no one that can stop me. The only person that can stop me is I. So what I need to do is get out of my own way and just allow God, Jah, Allah to work through me and to touch other people's lives. This existence we have is very, very short. So my choice is to shine as bright as I can for this limited amount of time that I have on earth, which is what Hangaya is, the shining star.
Blessed. Thank you so much guys for watching us. It was nice interview with Mr. Robert and Mr. Said from Zanzibar Hangaya office, right? Thank you guys. Have a good time.